Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant. The start of a fresh season, but we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
The starters for Utah. We've got Bailey. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's George in at the point guard position. Nembhard, the pass to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
I love when they run that action with Davis. It's really hard to stop him in pick and roll.
Pass to Mikhailuk from downtown. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Nembhard against George. Here's Flag. Shoots over Bailey. Misses the baby hook. About a minute played here so far in the first. Washington against Markkanen. Pass to Bailey. Back to Markkanen. Now here's George. 5 to shoot. And he drops it in from the low post.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
And here's Dallas. It's a three-point game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back over to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And despite lacking a consistent three-point stroke over his career, Tim, Najee Marshall has been a pretty consistent rotation piece.
Yeah, B.A., and he's done that despite the fact he was undrafted back in 2020. Defense really was his initial calling card. Offensively, he's looking to add to his game.
Making a name for himself now. Here's Davis, and Davis slams it home.
When Davis goes to the rim full force, he punishes a defense.
Here's George, 15 in his last outing. Pass to Mikhailuk. Utah moving the ball around. Here's the pick. Back to Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Marshall. George scanning the floor. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, the big man, Nurkic, from super close range.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Washington drives in, and Washington powers it through.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Back to Mikhailuk. Bailey, the pass to Mikhailuk. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Pass to Washington. Marshall outside. Shoots from 14. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Utah trailing here. Nurkic, a screen on Nembhard. George drives in. Blocked.
You know, it almost looked like Flag baited him into taking that so he could swat it away.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Nurkic. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 3rd assist of the night. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And George with some nice D. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Markkanen sets a screen. To the middle. Stolen by Davis. Nembhard with it. Guarded now by George. And Washington powers it through. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. They trail by 1.
First team foul.
Clock at 4. Markkanen, the pass to Mikhailuk. Misses the 3. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. The 3 from Washington. He drops it from range. Washington's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Yeah, we know about the scoring, but don't discount Flag's passing.
Markkanen for 3. Nails it from 3.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
And the Mavericks are in the planning stages for a new arena set to open by 2031.
Yeah, their existing arena opened in 2001. A 30-year run for an NBA venue is pretty typical. And remember, it's big business. New arenas are often the anchor tenant for larger developments.
And it's Flag missing. Utah has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And the basket by Mikhailuk.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Washington finds Davis over Nurkic. Again, the miss by Dallas.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Nails it from beyond the arc. Mikhailuk's got 8.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Nembhard, the pass to Marshall. Here's Flag. Still without a bucket. And he gets that one.
And the handles won't fly off the scouting report. But Flag was able to use them to get free.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So for Dallas, Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Nembhard. And Max Christie subbed in for Marshall. Pass to Collier. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
I don't think anyone has ever gotten it off quicker than Klay Thompson.
And it's Utah with the ball. Here's Collier. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Here's Sensabaugh. Davis with a rebound. The Mavericks have gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. It's stolen by Love.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter. Here's Collier. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Deflected. Here's Sensabaugh. He's scoreless. Pass to Love. Christie with a steal. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Offensive rebound. Davis. That's good. Davis has got his 3rd bucket of the night. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Here's Collier. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Klay Thompson picks one up.
Few big men are as nuanced as Love inside. He just knows how to pick up fouls.
Utah shooting their first foul shots of the night. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
George, he's checked in for Utah. On the wing, Thompson. 9 points for him in his last game. Off the mark there with a 3. Utah's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Filipowski in the post. He's against Martin. A nice shot by Filipowski.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Spins. Williams' shot is good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
It's a tie game in Dallas. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
Daniel Gafford is out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Williams, then it's Thompson, and it's Christie in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now George. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
George against Williams. Martin right side. Back to Williams. There's the drive. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. A chance to check out Dallas's upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah.
And that game against the Nets, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand. And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Love with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. For 3, George. And the rebound goes to Dallas. The last time they came together was in Salt Lake City, where they fell to the Jazz.
They just couldn't get it done against this team last time. Their starters got into quick trouble because of some cheap fouls.
Yeah, they were almost too aggressive defensively. Intensity is one thing. It's a good thing, actually, but you must control it.
Pass to George. Here's Collier. Uses the glass on the layup. Collier's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the free ball.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So for Dallas, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Martin. Marshall comes in for Christie. And it's Nembhard in for Williams. Anderson's checked in for Utah. Marshall outside. Back to Nembhard. To the paint. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
George against Nembhard. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Anthony Davis talked about what motivates him. He said championships, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard. All that stuff matters the most to me. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but my legacy will win that battle every time. Back to you guys.
Priority straight. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Marshall outside. Thompson outside. Nembhard against George. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And here's George. He has 6. Markkanen sets a screen. Lots of room. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Markkanen's got 5 now. Well, Legs, when we talk about current players, who are the guys you want taking the shot with the game on the line right now?
Well, certainly the tried and true like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. You can't go wrong there. Or a multi-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
Here's Collier. And out of bounds, the Mavericks will take it. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. 5th best, Utah.
And when you look at the numbers from a year ago, they were dominant on the glass. It's a big part of their identity.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Sensabaugh. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Collier. Davis down low, started by Markkanen. Good work there as it goes. And now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Pass to Markkanen. Stolen by Davis. Back to Gafford. Nice ball movement by Dallas. Oh, Thompson, the long-range triple.
I just love the ball movement.
Jazz trail by 10. Now here's Nurkic. George outside. And yep, it's good. George has got 6 here in the quarter.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. A different look for Dallas. Washington comes in for Gafford. And Flagg subbed in for Thompson.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And Tim, last made, Dallas with a 1.8% chance to win the lottery. But it happened.
Incredibly, it ends up with the arrival of Cooper Flagg, which appeases a Mavs fan base that was just about in open revolt. So there's hope both now and in the future.
Pass to Mikhailuk.
And he better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his 3rd before the half ends.
Here's Bailey. Yet to see a basket. Markkanen inside. Davis on him. Clock at 6. And Bailey gets it to go.
Well, Bailey is a shot-making machine, particularly off the catch at this stage.
Dallas leading by 5. Nembhard outside. Washington outside. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Bailey. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. George against Nembhard. Markkanen outside. The 3. And no good. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And it's Washington missing.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Pass to George. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road.
That is great concentration by Davis. He had a man all over him.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in. And it's 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony Davis better at the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's versatile enough certainly to handle either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4. And given his injury history, I get where he's coming from.
And you watch Flagg, this rookie has endless energy.
And you look at the fit with Cooper Flagg and the Mavericks, Tim. Man, what stands out here?
I think the first thing for me is just his competitive edge. He is ready to make an immediate impact because of his toughness. Eventually, his aggressiveness as a scorer will catch up to that.
And we forget, he's still a teenager.
Yeah, but he certainly is made for this stage.
Here's Collier. Back to Markkanen. It's Markkanen scoring inside.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Pass to Washington. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Mikhailuk.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Here's Collier, guarded by Marshall. Shot's good by Collier.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
The Mavericks lead by 6. Nembhard outside. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
Utah has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
This game will get even further away from them if they can't protect the ball. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. That one falls.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Jazz trail by 10. Pass to Mikhailuk. And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position but couldn't quite get there.
51 seconds left in the half. And stolen by Nembhard.
And the opposition is feasting on their turnovers. Until they clean that up, they're going to continue to get burned.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Pass to Bailey. 27 seconds left in the first half. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Collier. Shot clock at 5. And here's Filipowski. 19-footer. And he gets the jumper to drop. Filipowski's gotten his second bucket.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Pass to Washington. Got it off in time. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And so it's Anthony Davis making things happen for Dallas. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
And I'm here with Coach Jason Kidd. Tell me, Coach, what do you want your defensive priorities to be in the second half?
Well, they got some talent.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Come one, come all. The two.
I think for the Jazz, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone's... And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Jazz.
One way to now.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back up.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. A fantastic game from Anthony Davis in this one.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Here's flag. So the Utah 5 right now. They've got Jusuf Nurkic, George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Bailey in at the 3. Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg. His versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
The 3 from Washington. Here's Davis, and Davis slams it home.
Man, if you don't put a body on Davis, he will destroy you. Second chance points a factor.
Jazz trail by 14. George passes to Mikhailuk. No good from outside.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Marshall can't hit. Utah's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's George. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
The Mavericks lead by 12. Nembhard outside. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Jusuf Nurkic picks one up.
Davis resolute with the and one.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
Now at the line for your Mavericks.
That free throw good from Davis. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Markkanen misses.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Here's Flagg. Give him 8. Pass to Washington. Nembhard left side. Shoots over George. Utah with the rebound. Markkanen's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Bailey. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Washington using his post moves to get the 2 points. Washington's got 9. Jazz trail by 17. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. You got to like what Anthony Davis has done in this game.
Yeah, this guy's been unstoppable in the painted area. They're going to call timeout, figure it out. Deny him the ball, double him, something has to change.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Bailey, the pass to George. Here's Mikhailuk. The Jazz again can't hit. Dallas leading by 17. Pass to Flagg. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Mikhailuk. Guarded by Marshall. Kicks it to George. Here's Mikhailuk. And it falls all over the rim and in. He's got 10.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Nembhard outside. Pass flag. Fires for three. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Nurkic. Mavericks with a rebound. Down low. Here's Davis to the inside. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And Bailey gets it to go. Bailey's got 5.
Yeah, for this coaching staff, they want Bailey operating in the paint. I mean, he's got athleticism and touch.
Here's Flag. Give him 8. Soft touch off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Utah has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Nembhard against George. Back to Markkanen. Launches a 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Well, AD is just so well-rounded. He plays both sides of the floor, and as a result, he is a leader for this team.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, look at this. I mean, points off turnovers. So aggressive, forcing the other team to make mistakes, and it's really paid off.
Yeah, they've clearly been the more physical team. And how about on the second chance points? What a concerted effort to pound the offensive glass.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. The Mavericks making a switch here. Gafford's checked in. Here's Mikhailuk, guarded by Marshall. Mikhailuk, the pass to George. Jacks up a 3, and the basket by Mikhailuk. He's got 13.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Nembhard against George. Floats one up, and Nembhard with the lay-in.
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Jazz trail by 16. Here's Mikhailuk, and it's Utah scoring again.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Nembhard with it. Over to the wing. Here's Flag. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Flag. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Blocked!
A huge bonus to Bailey's game. The ability to close out shooters, stop shots with his length and agility.
The shot by Mikhailuk, no good. The Mavericks lead by 14. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, this is the 4th and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks, Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Back to you, Brian.
He's seen it all. Allie, appreciate the report. Pass to Washington. Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple. Washington's got 12 points in the game.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Nembhard comes with a double. Nurkic with the ball. Gafford picks him up. Here's Mikhailuk. Now here's George. Mikhailuk, the pass to Nurkic. George outside. From the arc. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Flag. He's got 10. And it's Gafford missing. Bailey, the pass to George. Here's Bailey. Here's Mikhailuk. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So for Dallas, Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Washington. Christie comes in for Marshall. And Williams is subbed in for Nimhart. Williams passes to Christie. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And we've got 1:18 left in the third. Love, a screen on Christie. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Outside, Williams. Here's Flag. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Flag's got 12.
Yeah, Flag's going to make that play every time. Just a weak defensive effort.
Jazz trail by 17. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Collier, he gets it in there.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Dallas is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside, Williams. Pass to Thompson. Launches it. He buries it from 3. Give him 8.
And defensively, that's the challenge. You not only have to locate Thompson, you have to stay connected to him as well.
Here's Collier. He has 6. Takes a 3. No luck on that one. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
What a find. These are the kind of plays we've come to expect from him.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Davis out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Max Christie. Then it's Williams. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Pass to Collier. Back to George. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Now George. Here's Collier, defended by Christie. Williams against George. Outside Love. To the wing on the left. Pass to Collier. Let's go with a 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Thompson goes in. Unable to get that one. Jazz trail by 18. Here's Sensabaugh. Now Love. Davis for the rebound. Davis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Davis.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. George outside. Inside. Here's Filipowski. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Left side, Christie. Outside, Williams. Fires in the triple.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Washington's checked in for Gafford. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Fires from deep. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got assist number 8 here already in the game. Dallas leading by 20. Outside, Williams. Outside, Christie. Pass to Washington. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Davis. Off target at the rim. Jazz trail by 20. George with it. Guarded now by Williams. Markkanen outside. Back to George. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen looking it over. Another 3 for Utah.
Creating spacing. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the night and his 2nd this half.
Williams against George. The 3 from Washington. He can't hit that time.
Well, he wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Kicks it to George. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Utah.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And Williams has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Dallas, no good that time either. Jazz trail by 14. Kicks it to George. And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Pass to Collier. Looking to end this cold spell. And the layup is up and in.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Flags checked in for Klay Thompson. Marshall comes in for Christie. And it's Nembhard in for Williams. Then for Utah, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Sensabaugh. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Collier. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Nembhard against George. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Here's Flag. With the crossover. And George with some nice D. It's George on the wing. Offensive rebound. Markkanen forcing the issue. Markkanen.
That's the kind of activity you love to see from Markkanen. Just a great sequence.
And here's Nembhard. Washington, second shot opportunity, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
That one misses. Good on the second one.
What you can't help but notice this half is how lights out they've been from the free throw line.
Pass to Bailey. And here's Markkanen. George outside. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for George.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Now Davis. Here's Flag. Beyond the arc. Buries it from outside.
And you gotta love the floor spacing Flag offers his team. And he's dialed in from deep. This offense can be very dangerous.
Nurkic against Davis. Now George. Now Markkanen. Fires the three. Oh, it's off target. George against Nembhard. Here's Davis. Davis drawing the double team. Now Washington. Now Davis. Oh, the stuff!
And what a night. They just keep going to Davis.
A minute 58 left in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Najee Marshall. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now Markkanen. George outside. Shot clock at 6. Nembhard with a steal. On the break.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks, Nembhard taking 2 shots.
That's good from Nembhard. So Utah ends up going with a new group. That one misses. Jazz trail by 19. Okay, Legs, I'm making you commissioner of the league for a day. You get one rule change. What is it?
I think we have to look at a time limit on some of these replays. I know we want to get them right, but for me, if you're taking that long, it can disrupt the rhythm of the game.
Totally agree.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Mavericks.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Davis.
Well, he was all over the place out there, creating turnovers. Quick hands, quick feet, nothing was getting past him.
Wide open look. That one goes. Yes, sir.
The assist, Hendricks.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Now here's Christie. Tight defense on him. It's Davis with the drive. Yes, sir. It's good.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Here's Collier. He's guarded by Nembhard. The sweet reverse. Nice finish. So Dallas takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
AD, a road trip coming up against some quality teams. What's your level of confidence that you can take care of business?
We're very confident. We're going to stay disciplined. We're going to take it one game at a time. We got a lot of tough teams coming up.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. See you next time.
I feel so lucky.